We've been on a tough run with this World Cup challenge of late, so we really need to turn things around with this next nation, Costa Rica. Oh my lord. No offence to any Costa Rica fans out there, I've had a soft spot for your team since you dispatched Scotland at Italia 90. And also a huge Paolo One-Chop fan. But the group, Spain and Germany, that's a tough ask. Well, going on real-life results, maybe not so much Germany, but I've just finished watching the real-life Costa Rica-Spain match, and oh, that didn't go well. And then there's the squad. I decided to go ahead and again pick the same 26 players as in real life, and so many raw youngsters, so many of them still learning the ropes playing for clubs in the Costa Rican League. And just when I was thinking it couldn't get any tougher, we get the news Joel Campbell is a doubt for the tournament as he's out for 3 weeks with a hamstring strain. Definitely ruled out Daniel Chacon, out for 2 months. Keisha Fuller out for 10 months with cruciate ligament damage. And then right on the eve of the squad announcement, our star defender Oscar Duarte dislocated his shoulder. And our most bizarre absentee of all, Kendall Watson, named in the real life squad. I named him in my squad and he retired a few days later. I guess he really wasn't keen on a month out in the desert. Some bright spark then decided Belgium would be a good confidence boosting warm-up friendly, but maybe there was some cause for optimism as we only lost 2-1 and only to a late Eden Hazard penalty. Could we somehow sneak a draw off either Spain or Germany? Well, to do so we would need super keeper Keylor Navas to be on top form, as well as Juan Pablo Vargas of Millonarios in Colombia, and former Fulham star Brian Ruiz, now back in Costa Rica at Alajuelense. And good news on the eve of the tournament as Joel Campbell was declared fit and ready to play in our opening game, which, just like real life, was going to be Spain, but unlike real life, could we pull off the mother of all shocks? Well, Japan pulled off the mother of all shocks against Germany in the Group E opener, going 2 better than real life in a 4-1 win. And we would be trying to do something similar with this 4-4-2 formation inspired by FM23's take on Unai Emery's tactics. Now, we'd taken a gamble by starting with Joel Campbell, but it was Torres who had the best chance in the first half after this mazy solo run. In fact, that was the only chance of note in the first half, and we did such a good job of frustrating the Spanish that they had to resort to diving to win themselves an advantage as Farty tumbled. And Sergio Ramos, of all people, Sergio Ramos, I mean, what's he doing here? Putting it past Navas. A really poor attempt at a save, I have to say. Ramos, though, would not be on the field much longer as he upended the fragile Joel Campbell and got sent off for the 89th time in his career. But Spain was soon 2 goals up, Marino scoring off a corner despite Martinez's best efforts on the line. Substitute Azo nearly fired us back into contention with this scorcher, and he would have another golden opportunity late on, but we couldn't score and the match finished 2-0 to Spain. Time then to turn our attention to match day 2. And Germany. The Germans, of course, would be desperate for a win after that shock defeat to Japan, and they went close a couple of times early on, with that Kimmich effort and this Havertz header from a corner, and Müller brushing the roof of the net with that one. Before the inevitable, as Raum's free kick was saved, but Hummels was there for the tap-in. A Raum set piece also led to number 2 as Schlotterbeck headed home, and half-time came around with us having had a single shot and only 25% possession. Early in the second half, and my god, an even worse penalty call than the Spain game, Gundogan making it 3-0. It was almost 4 as well. We had a rare corner, then Leroy Sané, look at this, just went charging up the pitch, past all our defenders as though they weren't there, and almost scored one of the greatest World Cup goals of all time. So now you see why I was so pessimistic at the top of the episode. Still, Spain had beaten Japan in the other game, and if Spain then beat Germany in the final game, and we beat Japan, yeah, I know, we've been here several times before in this World Cup challenge, but you've got to believe, man. We reverted to our 4-2-3-1, knowing we needed to win by 3 to overturn the goal difference deficit. And, of course, we immediately went behind inside 10 minutes. Kyogo Furuhashi scoring this goal. Keylor Navas kept us in it in the first half with this fine save, but Japan were just quicker than us to every ball, closing us down, winning the ball off us in midfield, and Hake really should have put them 2-0 up here. Brian Ruiz had our best chance since I took over as Costa Rica boss with this effort early in the second half. That gave us some much-needed self-belief, though, which finally led to a goal. This long-range punt from Guzman finding Contreras, who levelled the tie. Navas again kept us in it with this fine stop from a powerful Take strike. And then, just as we were getting a foothold in the game, Benete got sent off after this altercation, and we would finish the match and the tournament with 10 men. With the other game finishing 1-1, a win wouldn't have made a difference anyway. But congrats to Japan, who come second in the group, while Germany once again go home early. Japan would then be eliminated by Croatia in the round of 16, while Spain fell to Uruguay on penalties in the quarter-final. So that's another failure to add to the ever-growing list, and a 4th group stage exit in a row. Next time we move up just 1 place in the rankings, but to a potentially much better team as we take over at Tunisia, and find out how we get on here.